Happy New Year's, happy anniversary, happy non-winter weather. We are in the OC. This is Anaheim. This is Supercross Central and Angel Stadium. We know the first race of the year is the most anticipated race of the year, but even the opening round press conference becomes the most anticipated press conference of the year. Now I know what you're saying. Dude, I'm over it. No one ever says anything interesting in these press conferences. Contraire. I feel that this is the first ever interesting Monster Energy Supercross opening press conference, and that's not a personal bias. I was the host of this press conference asking the questions for about 7 years, and even those weren't good. I'm not even hosting it now, and I admit it was better now than it was then. I don't know what the difference is. The riders maybe aren't afraid of the difficult questions and give honest answers, so we're gonna show you footage of today's press day. You can decide who you think looks good and is fast, and I'll tell you some of the much more honest thoughts that the riders had today. I'm gonna start with your defending champion, Cooper Webb. Someone said, hey look, Monster Energy Supercross has power rankings where the media and industry weighed in on who the favorites were for the season. Eli Tomac was #1 on the list. You're the champ. Are you mad about not being first? And Cooper said, yeah, I am. That motivates me. See, that's brutal honesty. Adam Cincerulo was asked, remember last year in Vegas when Cooper Webb said he cracked, I didn't? How do you feel about that, Adam? And Adam said, look, he is coming off a high of a championship. Probably the last thing he wants is to hear about me again. He's probably like, get this Adam gnat out of my ear. So he understood why Cooper Webb did it. And he's like, look, I did blow it in Vegas. He was telling the truth. And then I did have a better season after that. He won the outdoor championship in the 250. So he's like, maybe I needed that. Brutal honesty. Ken Roxon actually used the letters EPV. He said that's Epstein-Barr virus. First time he's ever actually admitted that. He said he's on a very carefully designed program with his trainer Blake, and they have doctors on call to try to manage this. So that was interesting. And the always honest Chad Reed said, hey, look, man, all these guys are saying it's the first race of the year. You can lose a title, but you can't win it. If I were them, I would set the bar high and try to win the race and set a standard and get in everybody's head. So brutal honesty all around, including an interview with Eli Tomac. These are 4 questions and 4 really good answers from Eli. Here we go. We're here with Eli Tomac, holding him up for putting his gear on, but you have like the gnarliest hands in the business, right? Could you ride barehanded?
I mean, we got some good callus.
Pretty solid. Yeah. Okay, so last year we now know that you were not riding much coming into Anaheim. That's now out. So this year, are you telling the truth? Are you good this time? Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right.
Like it was normal December.
For this year.
Doing our normal, yeah.
And your bike came around and your riding came around toward the second half of last season. Yeah. So do you just go to that, or there have been gains and changes since that last Supercross?
You always chase. You always fine tune. But yes, that's gonna help a lot. Like being second year on the current frame, current generation bike, that's huge. You know, because when you have a new generation bike, new frame, or whatever you're chasing, it's really hard to know what's right and what's wrong until you go race. So we've got a season under our belt. Like we know what really works or what's acceptable. I mean, everyone's gonna be getting better, but it's big having that second year on that frame in the bike. So yeah, I mean, it should be all good. We'll see. Yeah.
Now I could ask like, oh, you got to manage it and not have the bad races, but it sounds like nobody knows this more than you. Do you need anyone to remind you of this? No.
I need no reminders. I mean, like I think I've gone from winning nine in 2017, 8, I think in 18 and 6 last year. So it's frustrating. Like when I go super night, it's frustrating when I think about it because it's like one thing that's like really on my mind that I want.
That's right.
But it's good motivation too. Like it's gonna keep me racing. I just need to get one before I'm done, right? So it's great motivation chasing the title. And like I said, I've just had different situations, maybe bad management here or there, crashes, whatever. It's every season's different.
Last thing, you have a new teammate. How's that going? Is it no fisticuffs at the track or anything? Are we good?
No, other than like we're both fast. AC's fast, so it's good for me.
Yeah.
You know, I think AC's fast enough to where he's like podium threat, win threat, and it's going to be really good for the both of us because I've always felt like even though it's a single man sport, right? Mm-hmm. It still helps to have another color that's the same color out on the track, like with you.
Okay.
Farther up the scoreboard. So I think we're going to do some damage this year.
See, everybody's like, are they going to get along? You found a positive out of the whole thing. It's not a, like, how is it going to work? It's actually going to work better.
Yeah, it should.
Okay.
We haven't done the series yet, but
We'll see.
we'll see.
All right, go ride.
All right.
Thanks, Eli.
Thanks.
Yep. Okay, that's it. That's just a brief taste of Press Day. You can watch the archive at the supercrossonline.com site. This year, I promise you, it's worth watching.